Good morning, everybody. This is Max Farrell from dexfxcopy.com, and this is your daily update for February 21st, 2018. Let's get started. All right, everybody. Today is a great day. Every day from this point on, win, lose, or draw, is going to be a great day. Why? Because you're here on a system that, one, is super transparent. You get daily updates I know that sounds redundant, daily updates every day. But you do. You get an update on the progression of the system every day from this platform. Now, is it perfect? The answer is no. We're working on a lot of little things that, one thing could go wrong. We don't know what we don't know yet. Okay. I know that doesn't seem very reassuring to some of you that may be having some issues. Okay. If you're trying to get your broker to get the password to put on, or maybe your home system isn't staying on the whole time and you're missing trades or whatever it may be, let me reassure you that no matter what, we will find a solution. Now, when we first started, most of you just used your own laptops or desktop systems, and you created an MT4 from your broker, okay? And you just simply you downloaded the EA, simple enough. You put it onto your MT4, and you turned it on, and you chose the signal provider you wanted to do, whether it be the Dex Grinch or what have you. In the very beginning, for all of you that started with us in the very beginning, this was a lot of information that you had to deal with. So you really weren't sure where to go. We had a little bit of a slip up with an EA that we needed to fix because they didn't have the availability to filter. So we had to switch out the EAs, and I had you guys switch out all your EAs. If you didn't do that, then you might still not be getting the best product as possible. If you are unsure, if your system is not running, you paid for this service. You paid to be here. So enjoy it. Good. Take advantage of the consults. Hit the button at the top of the page right here. Okay? Get your consult on. Sit down with me. Talk to me. Let's figure out what we need to do to get your system on. Don't feel embarrassed that you may not know. Not everybody does. This isn't everybody's first thing that they do. Okay? So I want you to take some time and to really go through the system. If you don't know what to do, then simply hit the chat line, hit an offline chat. If you have to, send us a message, send us an email, hit the contact us page, and this will tell you exactly where to go to call me, to email, whatever. Okay? We're here for you. So let's talk about this for a second. In the opportunity here, you have a couple of things, just so we can recap here. Okay? One, you can do this all yourself, and we call this the fast forward. Okay? A little play on words here. The forward being forward testing, right? Or fast forward testing. Now, what this means is that you don't have to put anything special down, but we have the 4 or so bots on the system, and they're running as what we refer to as signal providers, okay, on our dexfxcopy network. Okay? So this fast forward system, you validate what pairs, what signal provider you want to use. You can use 1, 2, 3, you can use all of them if you want to, and you could filter out what assets you take. So you may only take the euro dollar, or maybe on this one you want to take the dollar yen. Okay? And then you'll filter them out to your particular account. You only get one account that you can put it to. Okay, so you can filter them all out to your account. You may not even want to use one completely. But even under the fast forward system, you can also skip all that stuff completely and just filter out max prime signal to your system. Now, again, this fast forward system is done on your computer. Okay? It's done on your computer at this point. If you didn't want to use your computer, you can go over to dexwebtools.com, which, guess what, is our system here to be able to sell you a VPS, a virtual private server. Now, we got approached by GoDaddy to become a reseller for GoDaddy, and they gave us a heck of a discount off of their system. So you could go to GoDaddy and buy it for $49.99 for a month, and this would be a monitored, heavy-duty, non-stop, robust server. Really, really good, okay? But we get them for $39, so we get them for $10 less. Actually, we get it for like 38 something, but we got to at least charge 1% on the profit margin. So it comes out to be like $39.99, right? Real close to what these guys do, but $10 less. And you get that server, right? And you put all your stuff on. You get your MT4 on it, you get your EA, and you run this server for yourself. You know, we show you how to attach to it using a remote access, remote desktop access. So you can use it from a Mac, you can use it from a PC, it doesn't matter. Okay? And this runs 24/7. All right, so it's never down. It's not like your PC that might shut down or your power goes off or what have you. These have very powerful networks and solutions. And even if they are down, they're rebooted and put back on. And we get flags, and you will get a flag to say, hey, look, your server went down. You better restart your EA. Okay? So that's one way to do, or the second way to do the fast forward system. And this, as a whole, is the fast forward system. It's all on you to figure out what pairs and what systems you want to have put on there. Now, there is another way to be able to do this, and that's to join up for the Max Prime system, solely for the Max Prime. And what we do is that we filter out all the bots down into one system called Max Prime. Okay? And this Max Prime, what we really refer to as the WB. This is web-based. Okay? And what this means is that there's no MetaTrader 4 needed. Okay? And there's no VPS needed. Pretty wild, right? Now, if you want to use your own VPS, that's really the fast forward system. You just go sign up for that. Okay? If you want to buy the Max Prime system where you can attach to the Max Prime, absolutely fine. Just go attach to that network and pay for that system, and we show you how to do the VPS and get everything on board. But if you want to do any of that, you don't want to have a VPS, you don't want to worry about the MetaTrader 4 or the EA or any of that nonsense, then just sign up for the WB side. Now that WB side comes with a lot of information, but your job is not finished now. As all of you know, if you're doing the fast forward, you got a big job. You got to filter out, you got to pay attention, you got to go to the site, you got to go to My Effects, you got to do all that stuff. But if you're really trying to focus on another part of trading, because we all know that trading comes in a couple different parts, right? The two most important is actually picking the direction, right? The trading part, the making the concept happen, right? The strategy happen, whatever it is. There's another part that's underlying that a lot of people forget, and that is what we refer to as account management. Okay? And account management is part of the success or failure of every trader. Because you can have a great direction, but if you don't manage that trade or that account properly, you're screwed. So we choose a direction on a trade. We choose the monetization of the trade. Okay, we choose the money. How many lots are we going to use? Right? What's our leverage? Okay, what's our risk to reward? These are all a part of the money. Direction is just 50-50, you up or down. Right? This part's easy. A monkey could do that. You could use the clock on the wall to trade. And I know I'm making this sound very ludicrous that a monkey can do it, but really the direction side of it is very easy once you find a solution and a strategy that works. And that's the part that is like driving people nuts. But once you do have a system, guess what? The money side is important here. But then there's account management, because choosing how much to use is very important. But after you start to win, this is where a lot of people falter. You started off with $1,000, right? and let's just say you won for the month, and you won, say, 20%. So you won $200 for the month. Some people go and they take that money off. They're like, "Yay, this is my party money." I put a sad face because I don't like to party that way. I like to make money. Most people do this. They siphon off and they take out their money and they're going, "All right, let's start over with $1,000 again." But here you have to be very, very patient. Why? Because if you do this correctly, you'll be able to compound your money every single month. Now, I'm not telling you this because I want you to keep your money with the broker. Crap, I want you to get your money out of the broker as fast as possible. But I want you to be making good money. You got to get to a level to where you're making good money. If $200 a month is great for you, that's all you really wanted, stay at this level. Yeah, this is your level. This is your $1,000. This is what we call the cap. Okay? And let's talk about that just for a second. The cap. If yours is $1,000 and you want to make 20% of your money, there's $200 a month that you're making. At this point, every time you get to $1,000, this is your starting point. Anything over at the end of the month is, guess what? Your money. You deposit it off. You withdraw it off. If that's the money you want to be able to make. But if you're trying to make $2,000 a month, you got to get your account here. If you had the 20%, what you would make. Okay? And in order to do that, you keep siphoning off $200, you're never going to get there. Unless you go ahead and just put a big old $10,000 nut down. But I don't want to see you do that either. I want to see you grow an account with a minimum anywhere between $800 to $1,000, $2,000 in there, and grow that up to $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $100,000. Why? Because at that level, whatever the percentage of success is from this point on, 3, 4, 5% a day, whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it is. It's growing those numbers to a point where you've met your goal. If your goal is $6,000 a month, whatever we're making at that time, you need to make sure that, one, the lots are chosen correctly and all that process happen, but you have to make sure that your leverage is correct, your risk to reward is correct. Okay, we're doing all that for you in the beginning part of it, but now managing your account is so important, is to keep enough money in your balance that if you're doing a lot multiplier of 10 and your margin now is, close to $10,000, you can't have a $3,000 account. You get what I'm saying? So the idea here is that, and I don't want to talk about too much that you don't know yet, because you probably have never dealt with a company that can make you that kind of money. I know I haven't until now for me. So I want you to guys keep that very close to you as you begin to travel on into success, is that some of you are starting with, like, we had one customer who just started with $800, okay? Came on first day, first 3 trades lost, right? This would have been panic mode for some people. But when they only lost something like at $4 or something like that, minus $4, somewhere in that vicinity. But then went back up, boom, 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 made $5, and now he's plus $1.80 something, right? So the concept here is that you're going to get this travel down, you're going to get this travel up, you're going to get it like this. You're going to look like the equity curve like we normally look. We call this the healthy equity curve, okay? In order to survive these, you have to make sure that this works, okay? If he goes in now and ciphers, he's got $801 now, right? He can't really up the multiplier to 2 now because he's made $1, right? So what is he going to have to do? Well, if he's doing a multiplier 800, if he's doing a balance of 800 and he has a multiplier of 1, and he's safe when he does this, when we do the trades, like sometimes we put 2, sometimes we'll put 3 trades on, there's 4 trades, and his balance is safe still. His margin won't get called out. Even if he loses all 3 trades, he's not going to be wiped out here. then it's safe to say when he gets his profit margin up to 1,600 to do a multiplier of 2. Okay? And then 2,400 a multiplier of 3, and then 3,200 a multiplier of 4, and so forth. But again, this is just a suggestion. You could say, when I get to 900, I'm going to do a multiplier of 2. It's whatever it is. But I want you to keep it very, very consistent. That'll keep your mentality very, very strong. And you make it, and you take the emotion out of it. Okay? But just a word to the wise that if you do say, I'm going to start with 800, and when I get to 900, okay, and all of a sudden you lose 3 trades and your balance falls down below to 899, guess what? That you're here on a multiplier of 2, but then you go back to a multiplier of 1 until what? Until you get over 900. Make sense? Good. All right. I've bored you enough. I like in these updates that I'm giving you a little bit of tidbit of mentality and training, but also that we're going to get into the fun stuff right now. Let's do that. Here is all about the money. Let me refresh my screen so you guys can see that it's real. Okay. So you can see easily enough what we have done. Nice, healthy equity curve, right? Now, I can't wait until we're far enough that we can kind of look back. This is where we really started here with the true equity curve the last month, because we had some things that we were doing, everything was going great, and then I messed with the variables and I shouldn't have. I kind of made some ones in there I shouldn't have, and we kind of lost out on those couple of days. But all excuses aside, here is the true equity curve that I like to see. Oop. Up, down, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, 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 up, kind of buys, and then boom, done, right? Yay for us. But look at these numbers in here. This is where you should all be very, 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 very happy. For the month, and it's 21 days, there's only 15 days of trading in that time period. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 days. 15 days of trading, 415 pips so far, $27.53 in profit. Again, at 0.01, that's lovely. Lovely, 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 lovely. Why? Because 0.1, right? Move the dot. 2, 7, 5, 3. Where's the dot go? At 0.1, boom, right there. 275 for the month. Holy crap. Move the dot at a standard lot. It's 2,753. 4 standard lots. Yeah, now you're salivating. I said that word completely wrong. So, this is the Max Prime. This is what we do. If you're watching this and you're not a customer yet, what are you thinking? You need any more proof? Okay, I'll take it a couple more months and show you more proof as we go for a couple more months. Right now, for the Max Prime, it's $175 to start and $47 a month. This covers the WB system that I talked about earlier, and this covers your setup fee. And I'm not saying this for scarcity, but every month this proves up, that setup fee goes up. Why? Because it takes a lot to do this. The more people we put on, the more taxing the system will be. But we started off low because, and I started off low because there's forgivenesses. The people that started paid their money to be in order to deal with stuff that had bugs in it. By the time some of you are getting this, there's no more bugs. There's no more issues. It's just me setting up and doing all this stuff, and we get paid. We get paid for what we do. By the way, for that $175 and $47 a month, there's a 20% share fee only once you go live per month. So that means that if you make $1,000, we make 200 of that, and we send you an invoice for 200. You pay it, we keep moving on. You don't pay it, you made $1,000 on us and so forth. I cancel your system out, and you gotta go find somebody else. Okay, and we do that because we have put a tremendous amount of time and energy into this process, and meeting with you and consulting with you and everything at my own personal peril, you would say. 16-hour days, not very bueno. Okay, all right. So these numbers are so great, but I want to show you something else. The Max Prime right now is just running off the Dex Grinch. See? Transparency. And our Dex Grinch is running at the, look at this equity curve. You say you want proof, stand up, put your hands up in the air. This is proof. This is the gospel right here. Holy crap. Look at this. This is no joke. Look how steady and affirmative this thing is. Let's roll down to the numbers, Bob. Tell him what he's won. 16 easy payment, 1995. Look at this. 811 pips for the month. 65. Right? You want to move the dot? Let's move the dot. At 0.01, we know where we're at. Right? 0.1, 650 for the month. Standard, 6,500. You're basically at your number. Now, what do you need to do to be able to do a standard? I would say really close to this, to 50,000. But again, you could possibly get, if you have a good trade, if you have a good broker that has good leverage, 1 to 300, maybe 1 to 1,000, you're probably going to need $3,000 or $4,000, $2,000 or $3,000 in there to get to that. But I want you to think about that for a second. What does that look like for you? It's huge. $6,500 a month? Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? $6,500 a month? How many of you are making that? Some of you will be making it here pretty quickly. But keep it steady. That's the big thing. That's the only thing I can tell you right now is to keep it steady. Now, before some of you think, oh, come on, this has got to be a fluke. You know, this is all bullshit. You know, this is my FX book thing. It could be faked. Yes, it could be faked. You're absolutely right. It could be faked. But I would be the best fake out artist in the world to put my own ass on the line, put my name out there. Also, give you a phone number to talk to me, meet with me. You know, I'm not an idiot. Okay? I have a Facebook page. I have a family. I'm here to help you, but you got to be able to help yourself as well. All right. We can go through some of these other alpha. Odin Alpha is kind of doing okay. And again, this is not about the success of one bot. Okay? This bot has successes in it. You want to see them? Here they are. Watch this. I go to summary and I look at these. Boom. Not so much that one. Let's go look at doobie 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 doobie. Great Britain Pound USD took a little bit of a hit here. But look at this. I want you to look at this number. Even on the long side here, that's 6 trades at $113. That's more than $10 per, or 10 pips per trade. Okay? Same thing here. A little less than 10 pips. Now, I can make the bot just fire off on the long side or the short side. And if I got a good 10 pip value on a long or short side, okay, I can reverse it if it's in a negative on the long. See, this is a 10 pip value in the reverse. Beautiful. Okay? So these things can happen. As I do that with Odin Beta, kind of filter stuff out, yeah, we have our issues. We're working with them. We're finding out which ones are the best way. Here's that. Look at that, 71%. Okay? So we're looking for the outliers that we can depend on, and that's where they are. All right? So that's why we use some of the other ones. So you're going to see some bots in there that don't look like they're doing good. This one is doing great. This is Vader, right? And this kind of just consolidates and just stays in that spot, which is pretty cool because it has some great numbers on the back side. I want you to see one that is probably the best that I've ever seen and is active. It's constantly active. Look at this. Boom. USD CAD, 93%. 93% has a 25 pip on the short side. And I want you to look at this. Even on the buy side, it's going to build up here today too. Look at this. This one right here, 115 pips for the Vader. Holy crap. Okay? This is an active trade right now. 115 pips. Of course, you get other bad ones in there, right? Euro UAD. Kind of sucking. We can probably reverse this on the short side. Okay? But the point is that when you find these ones that are really, really secure, boy, they pop. Right? Just do it on that. It's huge. All right, Simply Forex is not really, I got to rehook that one back up. We're retesting all the variables. Dex Grinch Beta. This is pretty cool because this is the filtered out of the Dex Grinch. We've only had 10 trades to it, and you can kind of see the quick flip around. Great R value, R1 to 1 or R1 to 2, but huge. Okay. If you look at risk to ruin on any of these, look at this: 1,451 trades that you would have to lose consecutively to lose your entire account would have to blow out. Yeah, that's not going to happen. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, folks. I am Max Farrow. This is dexfxcopy.com. And I want to thank you for just spending some time with me today. If you're a customer already, thank you very much. If you're an investor already, thank you. If you're not, then pop over and get into the system. Okay? You have two real simple choices. You have Fast Forward and Go Prime. Okay? Each is going to give you a tremendous amount of resource to be able to do and work with in your life of trading. Okay? If you really want to get to that next level, this is it. This is the final step for you. If you can't do this, I would say wrap it up and go do something and crochet or something. Okay? But I really do hope to see you inside. Have a great day. And as always, trade well.